Okay, I believe we're live. Welcome to the Zemus Cheetar podcast, episode 2. That's Cheetar over there.
And that's Zemus over there.
Awesome. I think that's the best start we've had.
I think so.
We always begin with what we've been playing lately. So Cheetar, what have you been playing?
I streamed a little bit of Donkey Kong Country 2 earlier with my Retron.
Cool. I'm sad I missed it because I want to see that. You need to stream some more.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to. It's a game I like to come back to like maybe once a year.
Right. I'm like that with the
just
first one. I played it.
yeah.
I can just fly through that game. Like it's really difficult, but every time I go through it, it gets easier. Yeah.
hmm But I don't know. Like I like the second one better, just like the way that it
I always hear that.
flies, just the way that it flows and everything. Donkey Kong just himself seems too heavy, which I mean that's the point.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to play that game a ton, and favored Dixie more. But like because like she's floaty, she can do the twirl flying thing.
Can she do it on the ground as an attack? I picture that in
Yeah,
my head. Yeah,
she
okay.
can.
Nice
Yeah,
twirly thing. Yeah, cool.
but like as I've grown older, I favor Diddy more
Oh, okay.
because he's faster and he just is overall better.
Cool.
So I don't know. It's interesting just seeing
Just
new ways to play this game, even though I've had it for how many years, just
right.
forever.
Just quickly, what are your thoughts on the third one?
I played the third one when I was younger. I used to rent it.
Yeah.
I've never owned it personally.
Okay.
I guess that kind of shows the thoughts there.
Sure.
But I didn't really know it existed because
Okay.
I had Donkey Kong. I had 64.
Oh,
Nintendo
I've
64
never
by
seen
then.
that or played it. I don't know. I have a magazine still with it on the cover when it was announced, a giant magazine. So I probably saw stuff in there about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so like I don't know. It was a late Super Nintendo game.
Okay.
So
It looks like it. It looks really good. Like I
yeah,
played it a bunch.
so
So, yeah.
but so like that's why I never got into it. But I got it on Wii U Virtual Console like a few years ago, back when the Wii U was still alive, and I don't know. I played it all the way through. The beginning's very slow and very generic, but like as you go on, like it's really fun.
Cool.
Like the levels just get a lot better.
This is the second one you're talking about.
The third one
The
I'm talking
third one.
about now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. The beginning of the third one just is very
I like it because it's gorgeous.
very generic.
Like even
Oh
at the
yeah,
beginning,
yeah,
it
yeah,
just.
yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I haven't played. I think the second one maybe looks the same as the third, but so I only know the first one like a ton. Like I've beaten all three, but that was a long time ago. But Donkey Kong Country, I beat, like I said, once a year, once every 2 years, something like that.
Well, when
yeah.
I mean by generic, I mean that the music and stuff. It's
Oh,
different
gotcha.
composer, all that stuff for the third one.
Oh, okay.
So it just feels different. It feels like a budget title in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then eventually the game starts to like learn. I don't know. It seems like the developers are just like, oh, this is how we make a game, and then like
Gotcha.
slowly, like it just becomes a
Maybe it
better
was kind of
game.
a not a reboot, but like for the kids, you know what I mean? It was like here's for the new people, you can play the third one too, and learn how to do it, and it slowly picks up, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe
But
I
like
don't know.
it gets really hard near the end.
Yeah,
So,
as they do. Donkey Kong Country games are kind of known for that, I think,
oh yeah, definitely.
because they're pretty easy at the beginning, or at least you figure out what you're doing and just kind of jumping around and stuff. So you feel good
Yeah.
about yourself, you know, finding secrets and stuff, and then it gets way harder.
Yeah. But I mean overall I like
hmm
them all.
Cool. Yeah,
But
me
like
too.
two's the best.
I don't think I have a favorite or anything. Maybe the first one just because that's the one I can fly through and I enjoy it a lot. I love the music. I love having so much nostalgia for it, and it doesn't nothing else looks like it on Super Nintendo. Again, besides the second and third one, but to be the first to do that, I think it's cool. But I understand why the second one's supposed to be the best. So
Yeah, because it is the best.
there
It
you go.
plays the best. Best music.
Yeah, it does have. There's one track in particular. Is it Aquatic Ambience from the second one, or is it the first one?
It might be.
Yeah, there's a underwater one that's just I can hear in my head right now. It's fantastic.
The Bramble one is my favorite.
Oh, okay. Is that the bee place?
Um, yeah, it's the one where you
Yeah.
play as like squawks and there's like a
Okay.
ton of bees and everything.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. So yeah, I might as well say what I'm playing. Um, you probably seen the trailer on the screen right now, but
Actually, no, I haven't
okay,
yet, but
it's a game that came out a while ago. I actually bought it maybe 3 weeks ago or maybe longer than that. I don't know, and I played it a little and it was fine. But
oh
now
wow.
I'm just playing it a ton and it's amazing. It's Moonlighter. It's on Switch.
Ooh.
And it was on sale weeks ago for like cheap. I think it's normally like a $30 or $40 game American. I think maybe not,
Hmm.
but around there, which is too much. I think it's plays like Zelda, pretty much, but it's heavy on loot, and not like gear so much. I mean, there is gear, but loot as in like you're just finding out. You're going to these dungeons that are like unexplored, basically. You live in a small town. It kind of feels like it's gonna be not the right comparison, but it feels like Harvest Moon, but not you're not doing farming or anything. But I mean, as in like you're trying to build up a small town and you're meeting the townspeople and you have a little shop that you're trying to build up.
Hmm.
And so you go into this dungeon that are near this town, and there's a bunch of different ones, but you can only do the first one at first, and it's different every time you go in. It's like random. It's kind of like a roguelike, but not really. But you go in
Okay.
and you go as far as you can go, collect as much loot as you can. A lot of the loot will be like related to where these dungeons, or what used to live in these dungeons, or like there's golem schematics and there's different things you can find, books that might be
Hmm.
worth a lot, artifacts and things. And even this is my favorite part about it, I guess, and I don't hear anybody talk about it, but when you find like when you open a chest in a dungeon or just kill a rare enemy or something and get something really cool, a lot of the items will be cursed, and you have to place them in a certain spot in your inventory, and there's weird effects, so you have to like be. It's all about micromanaging. It's not
Huh.
overwhelming or nothing, but so like one item might say whatever item is in the diagonal to up left of this item will get destroyed when you leave the dungeon, or so you have to like move things in a certain order. Like you want to put it at the edge of your inventory, so there's nothing up left, you know.
Hmm.
But then another one might say upright or downright, or it might say that upright or up or whatever removes a curse of something. So you can kind of combo different things, and see, it's all about inventory management in a really fun way. I find like a puzzle
Hmm.
where you want to get as much stuff as you can that's worth a lot. You also don't know what anything's worth at all, right? Just like you would in real life or whatever. You just find a crazy artifact. You don't know what it is or whatever. But when you go back to town, you can put it up for sale and you can be like, 1,000 gold, I guess. And somebody might come in and be like, holy crap, I'm buying it right away. And you're like, oh shit, I probably could have got more for that. So that stuff's really exciting. And then it records that score. There's people upset, like there's different faces and then a price attached to each. So like there's the upset one, and then there's like whatever steps above that, and then like ecstatic. And then so you try to gauge the price with that. Um, you upgrade how many slots you have like in your store, how many spots you can sell things. You have to watch out for thieves. Some people will walk in your store and be like kind of shifty, and then they'll grab something and try to run. So you got to beat them up.
Huh. All right.
Lots of different gear like types. Like I'm doing fists, punching and stuff right now because you start with sword and shield like Zelda, and you can block or you can stab. But I found it wasn't doing a lot of damage, and I wasn't finding a lot of materials to upgrade it. And then I realized I can make this cool fist looking thing, and I just do so much damage. You can charge it and like dash across the screen. It's like really fun. There's like a spear and two-handed sword and stuff too. Cloud comes into your shop and wants to buy things. He looks just like the Kingdom Hearts Cloud. Stuff like that. It's and the music is amazing. The graphics, if you're watching it here, are unbelievable. The animations and stuff are like ridiculous.
Hmm.
And it's really difficult, but not. I don't feel like it's overly difficult at all. Like I'm making progress all the time, but I do have to keep leaving the dungeons. I've killed one boss so far, and it was epic, like a huge boss.
Hmm.
Um, anyways, that's Moonlighter. Basically, it's a. If I'm going to be a little critical on it, I guess it's like a so-so shop simulator thing. Like there's not a ton of depth, but there's enough with a few upgrades and stuff. And then it's also like a so-so dungeon crawler. Basically plays like the old Zelda games, like just like the old ones, where it's just one screen at a time through a dungeon.
Hmm.
And yeah, and that all together with awesome graphics and music and stuff is I'm enjoying it. And enemy variety is really good too.
Okay.
So,
It
anyways,
looks really good.
yeah, it's awesome. Perfect on
Like,
Switch.
I think you sold me on it.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Yeah, let me know if you pick it up. Then again, I'd wait for a sale. I don't know if it's worth $40 or nothing, but
Uh-huh.
some of the reviews said that it's too short. There's also an expansion coming this year, by the way, so I'll be buying
Okay.
that. But some people were saying it's too short, like, but maybe they're just really good at these games or something. Like, I don't think I'm bad, but I just take my time. Some people, I guess, plow through the dungeons. They said it's like an 11-hour experience, but I think I've put more than that. And I just started the second dungeon out of 4 that I see, and then there's a big door that's getting unlocked, which is on the stream right now for me. But there's like a big door up there that I guess gets unlocked too. But
Okay.
so, and I've already put, has to be more than 10 hours. I played it for like 5 hours last night and kind of fell back in love with it. So, anyway, so I've been playing that.
Awesome.
Anything else you've been playing?
Yeah, there's a big one.
Do I know of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I've been playing. So Golden Week was happening. Was that last week? I think there's a
Maybe.
Golden Week sale.
Oh, on what?
PSN.
Oh.
And
Okay.
everywhere, I guess. Okay. I ended up buying because it was Golden Week. A lot of like anime type games were on sale, or Japanese games were on sale. So I bought Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist.
That's a PS4 game?
It is a PS4 game. Okay. Apparently it's Switch as well.
Okay. Yeah, it'd probably be better on Switch.
Probably, but I had money on my PSN still, and I didn't realize it was on Switch until after I bought it.
Gotcha. What's it called? I'm gonna bring up a trailer for it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist.
Oops, I spelled duel wrong, but I'm sure YouTube will.
EL.
Yeah.
I always mess
Switch
that up.
Review. No, let me go to YouTube and do it here.
But anyway, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game. That, I mean, I don't know what else you want. It's cool. So like it has 6 different campaigns.
What's it called again? Yu-Gi-Oh! Something Duelist? Legacy of the Duelist. I got it.
Legacy. Yep.
Okay, cool. It has how many campaigns?
Like 6.
That's crazy.
Well, because there's 6 different anime series.
Oh, okay.
Wait, 5.
Okay, so there's 5 campaigns.
Yeah, 5 campaigns ish. And they like take the best fights or whatever, the best matches from each anime, and then make that like a match that you play. So you have to use the deck that they used in the show. Whereas like the original, a lot of decks are awful because they didn't play the game correctly.
Right.
Because they would cheat all the time.
Okay.
So, and also there's just a bunch of like cards in there where they're just banned now, like in actual competitive play. So it just feels weird. It feels like cheating.
Point, so yeah.
Yeah, but like as you go on and like go to like the later series, I've only played the first 2 series in here. Then like it becomes more how the actual game is played now. Gotcha. There's a really cool option in here. So like say for example, I'm playing just the first like anime, just vanilla like Yu-Gi-Oh, and then like one of the first big fights is I don't know. Do you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh or no?
Not really. I mean, just the basic stuff. It was always on TV.
Okay.
I probably had it on a couple times, but no, I never.
Okay.
Never played the card game. I had a couple friends that were into it, but.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Blue Eyes, White Dragon. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, one of the first big.
Oh, is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, one of the first big fights is Yugi versus Kaiba.
Okay.
And Kaiba has 3 blue eyes, and then Yugi has the Exodia, which is completely like super banned.
Okay.
Because if you get them all in your hand, then you just win the whole game, which is stupid.
I know Magic the Gathering a lot, and so I get all the card game stuff. So
Yeah.
So like and whatnot.
So like that's an example of like one of like the fights you would play. So you have those decks. The cool thing though is like in the show, like you fight. I mean, Yugi is the protagonist, so you watch him fight Kaiba. After you beat a duel, historic duel, what they call them, you can hit square or whatever. For me, it's square, and it reverses it. So you play as the villain of that section.
That's cool.
So you have their deck, and you're trying to beat them, and it feels really cool because it's just. I don't know. It's random characters who you never think you would play as.
That's cool. Yeah.
There is also a mode in here that has, besides campaign, there are like little challenges where you like do certain like elites, historic duels, and then there's also like a There's multiplayer, and then there's something called battle packs,
Okay.
where you get a temporary deck made just from packs. So like it's
Is
like
it
you're
different every
actually
time?
playing in a tournament,
Is
like
it
booster
is
packs.
it like different every time? Like
So it can be. So I've been doing a sealed play. So like
yep.
I mean, like I used to play like sealed like Magic and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You
But
just open a bunch of decks or packs and then you just try to make a deck out of it.
yeah,
That
exactly.
stuff's
So I've
fun.
been doing
I
that.
love that. Yeah, okay, that's great. That's
Um,
good replay value then.
yeah. So like you can do that, and you spend um your currency that you just get from just playing the game and just
Hmm.
playing through winning battles or losing.
Yep.
You get more from winning.
Yep.
Uh, and you can do a sealed deck, and it just creates it for you because you open up all the fictional packs, and then once you have like 5 times to like play with it, and once you win or lose all of those, then it'll say, "Oh, here, you can just have these in your trunk now." So now you just have all these cards,
Cool.
and then you can use these cards in to make your actual like real deck when you do want to play like online and stuff. Things I haven't done yet.
Right.
But then after you do that, then you can go back to sealed, spend 2,000 points or whatever again, and then just get a brand new allotment of cards. So like it seems like it looks like maybe each week or every few weeks there is a specific battle pack. So like right now it's battle pack Epic Dawn, which seems like the newer Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Um, and it looks like a real pack as well, like something
Huh.
that you would play with the real cards.
Like modern
Um,
stuff.
yeah, like it looks like it's something that might just like sell at a store right now.
Right.
um, so the packs just come from this, but it looks like later on, if when I do complete or finish more campaigns, then I'll unlock more battle pack sections, and I can do different sealed drafts and tournaments and online battles and stuff like that.
That's cool. You get into the
Uh,
online stuff at all?
I haven't yet. I streamed this game a little bit, and someone
Hmm.
said that people cheat online. I don't know if that's
Ah.
true or not,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
we'll see. Right now, I'm just playing through just campaign, doing these sealed things a bit because sealed drafts are fun and they're silly, but it you can never really make a good deck out of a sealed draft. I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
like you get good things out of it.
It's supposed to be just good
Uh,
enough because everybody else is on the same playing field. So
yeah, and I don't know if the CPU who I'm playing against is
yeah.
on the same playing field as me because I've been dying each time
And,
from them at least.
and it looks like it's not on Switch according to this trailer. It just shows Xbox, PC, or Steam or whatever, and PS4.
Okay, I for some reason I feel like it just came out on Switch as
Oh,
well.
okay. Yeah, I don't know how old this trailer is, but oh,
Yeah.
like years old. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, I
2016.
guess it just came out on Switch, and then maybe that's what made it
Yeah. Yeah.
show back up everywhere. But it's a good game. I don't know. I'm having fun. It's a
Cool.
fun little like time waster. I downloaded it on my PS4 in my living room for listeners. I guess I have two PS4s. I have a Pro in my room that I bring in the living room like every once in a while. But for this game, since it's not really
Graphically. Yeah.
yeah, like using a lot of CPU or anything,
Yeah.
I just use the cloud saving with the
Right.
PlayStation Plus. So I just take my save and move it back and forth between the two PS4s.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's fun.
I'm kind of jealous because I used to buy the Magic the Gathering games on PS3. They came out every
Hmm.
year. There was like 4 of them, I
Oh
think.
yeah, like
Eh,
Planeswalker and
Yep,
all that kind of
yep.
stuff.
And I think it was 2014 was the first one. No, no, we're talking 2012 or something. Yeah. Anyways,
Hmm.
because that was PS4 was already out by then. But anyways, there was a mobile one that was 2015, so that probably was actually 2014. Because they always name them the year later, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, it was on PS3. There were like 4 years in a row they kept coming out. They kept getting better and better and better. And then they just stopped making them, and then they put one on mobile, a free to play one, which was actually pretty good. And I still spent money on it to get the stuff in game.
Hmm.
But didn't run the greatest on my tablet, but it was fine.
Mm.
But yeah, I missed those so much, man. Oh, those were so good. I'd 100% them and everything. Like there was no platinum trophies, but but I still get 100% or whatever. Those were so much fun.
Yeah.
Because eventually they did have like sealed type modes and stuff, so it was replayable infinitely, and you know.
Hmm.
Anyways, yeah, love that game. Never really played it online. I mean, I probably did at some point, but I never really was into that. But anyways, yeah, I missed that so much. So I hope they bring those back someday.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably not though, because they got the digital Magic, like literal card game on the official site, and you buy all the booster packs and everything, and they probably make too much money off that to make a once you pay one time for a game. I don't know. I don't expect it to come back, but anywho, that's my only experience with card games besides Pokemon cards. I still got all my Pokemon cards and.
Oh yeah,
I used to play
I go
those to
back and
death.
play the Game Boy Color game every once in a while
Yeah, I
too.
played that a lot. Never owned it. I never had a Game Boy or whatever, but I
Mm.
had a Game Boy Color later, but just for Pokemon Silver. But
Ah.
I literally just bought it for Pokemon Silver, played it for like 6 months, and got really far in it, and then I sold the Game Boy with Pokemon Silver to some mom with her little boy, and like in town or whatever, and well, in the town I was living, and then immediately went and bought Final Fantasy Chronicles with the money. So good decision. I still got it, my Chronicles.
Yeah.
But even though Chrono Trigger runs like crap, it was still cool to actually be able to play it.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I couldn't emulate it at the time. I didn't have a computer or nothing, just my PlayStation. So, and it has some nice bonuses, anime cutscenes, and it records your endings, how many endings you get, and there's like it shows all the maps with all the secrets and stuff, and it's a good version. Just it didn't run well. That's all. But, anyways, what else? Think what else I've been playing? Oh, I bought Tumbleseed. Maybe I'll have more to say about it on next episode. I played it like it was cheap. It was on sale. Probably still is if anybody wants to go buy it. But I don't want to call it a roguelike. Everything's being called a roguelike, and it doesn't feel like a roguelike.
Yeah.
But the graphics are amazing. They totally remind me of graphics, as in like the art style, not like visual fidelity. But
Yeah.
it totally looks like Patapon to me.
Okay.
The characters, big eyes and everything, and the way everything moves looks like little cutouts and that. But looks just like Patapon if anybody played that on PSP. Way more colorful, way more of that stuff going on though. But yeah, it's on Switch, only on Switch. I'm pretty sure
I think so.
because of the way that it controls. I don't know, but well, maybe not. You only need 2 analog sticks, I guess. But I'm not sure. It's probably only on Switch, but it's $20 Canadian, so probably $15 American. But right now it was on sale for $10, so probably like $7 US or something. Anyways,
Okay.
it was half off anyway. And you just move the analog sticks. You control this little vine or stick, I guess. I don't know. So the left analog stick will just move the left side up and down. The right stick will move the right side up and down. So you got to balance the seed and roll it back and forth carefully. The HD rumble is really really good, really subtle. You feel it rolling to the left, rolling to the right. It's like really good. And you just push it. You're trying to roll it up a mountain, basically. The seed and avoid obstacles and enemies and collect different seeds with different powers and apparently they added the mode that I'm playing, the adventure mode. Apparently they added that later because the game was so brutally hard it just puts you into the roguelike mode. But now apparently you have to finish the story, which is all 4 of them different areas, and then you unlock the base mode. So I'm having trouble getting through the base story, but I've only played it like twice. So, but I'm on the second level. And anyways, I might have more to say about it later, but it's brutally hard. So if, I don't regret. I usually when I buy something, I do have that buyer's remorse when it's something like even Moonlighter. When I bought that weeks ago, I was like, I shouldn't have bought it for $25 or whatever it was, $10 off or something, because it didn't really grab me right away and wasn't in the mood for it. So I do kind of feel like that right now with Tumbleseed, but it was only $9 or something, because I also had some gold coins in there and I had some PayPal money from my Patreon and stuff. So I was like, it didn't only cost me like $2. So I'll get back to it later. Yeah, and it's beautiful and the music's really good. Like feels retro kind of, but really well done.
Yeah.
And I like the Patapon kind of graphics and stuff. So I enjoy it playing it. It's just and I don't enjoy playing it on handheld for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the rumble doesn't feel as good or something doesn't feel right. I get more frustrated on that damn thing. But playing it with the 2 Joy-Cons on my TV, I was enjoying it a bit more. And that's when I decided to try Moonlighter, and now I'm just playing that on my TV. So
okay.
I think that's it. But yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask you a quick question, I guess. Do you have any games yet on your Switch that you regret buying?
Yes. Mario and Rabbids.
Okay.
Yeah, because I bought that. It wasn't full price. It wasn't no $80 or 60 American or whatever. But It was on sale for like 40, I think, or maybe 35 or something.
Mhm.
And I bought it, played it a bunch of times to try to like it, and I'm like, this is too bare bones for me. I was hoping for I want a strategy RPG. It's the same thing I thought with Valkyria Chronicles years ago when I bought that on PS4, thinking, okay, everybody loves this game. I'm gonna jump into it. And I'm like, this has hardly any depth to it. Like, there's hardly anything going on. I don't. And I'm comparing everything to like Final Fantasy Tactics and like XCOM and things like that.
Yeah, I mean you should.
Yeah,
Those are really
true.
good games.
Yeah, and those are the strategy games I grew up with, and literally
Yeah.
just those games. Well, the XCOM on PS3 is mainly what I'm talking about, but the XCOM on PS4 is all right too. It doesn't run very good, but whatever.
Mhm.
But the XCOM on PS3 I loved. Enemy Unknown, I think that's called.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that one I loved. It was also short and whatever, but I still enjoyed it. And Final Fantasy Tactics, I haven't played it in a while now, but I just played that for like a couple decades. Like I played it forever. Like it came out around when FF7 came out, maybe a year after or something. It's like
Mhm.
98 or something like that. And I got it for my birthday, which is in March, and so I think it was soon after it came out. And I've never really looked up the release date, mind you, but and played it for like ever, like into the 2000s. Introduced it to other people. They borrowed it. They went through it. I still got my copy.
Hmm.
Not that I can play it. I don't have a PS1 or a PS2 anymore, but or even a PS3. I need to get a PS3 because then I can play my PS1 games. But anyways, yeah. So I'm just comparing everything to Tactics because I think that game's amazing. Trying to think of other tactics type games. I never played the Game Boy Advance ones. I played a little bit on emulation, but I didn't enjoy them that much. They're a little too dumbed down. Like,
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
So that's why I've only played the first one.
Oh, okay. But I'd
Like
like to
only
get.
the original Tactics, I mean.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Man, if they made a sequel to that, like in that tone and that style and everything, you know, that artist, the guy who did Final Fantasy 12 and all that,
Yeah.
if they could get him and get the similar music, which I think is the same guy, yeah, that did Final Fantasy 12 and what's more recently he did? Not 15, I don't think.
Mhm.
I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But if they can just get that feel back and that adult storyline, translate it better, obviously, because it was weirdly translated. But they also have like references to other Final Fantasies, like obviously the PSP version. What's that called? What's the? It's the mobile version too. What's the Final Fantasy Tactics? And it's got subtitle.
Oh,
World of something or
I know what you're talking
I can
about.
see
I
that
for
it's like WOTL or something like that, but I can't think of what it stands for. Oh, of the Lions. War of the Lions. Yeah.
Okay.
That version even has Balthier in there. I think there's some other people too, but they have and Cloud obviously was in the original Tactics
Yeah.
as a secret. But, so throw some of that stuff in there too. Um, they could just do so many things. More job
I mean,
classes.
we
Just
still have E3 where
don't, man.
they took the big one.
I
They
know, but
have
don't get me thinking about
Sony's
a
time.
Tactics sequel. Did you know they were making a Tactics sequel actually? Like back
No.
when so like a few years ago, some details came out and screenshots of a demo, and they were making a Tactics sequel that got scrapped, and it was using hex panels and everything. And they showed the graphics and the character art and stuff. It just kind of came out because it's been decades, so
Yeah.
it just all kind of leaked out. And so yeah, were making one way back when on PS1, I think. But yeah, but
That's sad.
I'd love a freaking full sequel. But you know, it
Yeah.
would be like some mobile game or something. I don't know. I don't trust Square with nothing like that. Not like like it used to be anyway. But
It'll be a mobile game that will get ported to the Switch.
yeah, maybe. It'll be a free to play thing though, and just buy your classes or buy. You can only make so many moves a day or something. Whatever. I don't even want to think
What's
about.
that game called? Pocket mode or something for 15?
Oh yeah, Pocket Edition. Yeah, Final Fantasy
Yeah.
15.
Uh,
Yeah,
like
I haven't played it, so I don't want to
I
say
like
much.
how
But
it looks, but then at the same time, just like, why don't you just play the real 15?
yeah, for sure.
And at that point, don't play the real 15. Just play Kingdom Hearts 3. But anyway,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see. I guess there is some hope because like Kingdom Hearts 3, they did a good job as far as visuals and music and the locations and everything. It played good, you know, from what I saw.
yeah.
It looked like it played great. Like it looked really fun.
Oh yeah, it plays amazing.
It doesn't look like there's a boring moment in the entire game because every time you're getting through a level and then getting to the end of it, the whole game changes. Like you get like a mech suit or you get this or you get that or whatever. It's like,
The only thing I would say
mhm.
is searching for all the crabs.
Or yeah, oh true. Or the getting the photos and stuff, like the bonus stuff.
Oh yeah,
But if
yeah.
you're just playing through it, like if I was to play through it kind of casually or whatever, I think.
Well, I mean, it forces you to get so many crabs at that one point.
Oh, does it really? I don't remember
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Okay,
Yeah,
nobody
because
nobody
it's
buys the game.
forcing you to explore, but I was already exploring, so now
Gotcha,
I feel
gotcha.
like it's more of a chore.
Oh yeah, the pirate ship stuff too in that place. Yeah, jeez.
The pirate ship stuff was super cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like every area had like something exciting and changed the gameplay, which yeah, what a game. I really enjoyed watching Steph play
hmm
through that. But anyways, you've been playing anything else? So I think that's it for me.
Um,
Oh, I got one more thing, I guess, but go ahead.
not lately, but before we started the podcast, I meant to talk a quick second about this.
Yep.
A few weeks ago, I had some money left over on iOS or whatever, my phone.
Okay.
And I bought Florence
Oh wow. Yeah, I've been hearing about that for a
because
long time.
it was cheap.
Yeah, I think it was always cheap, but was it on sale or something?
No,
It's
I
under
think it's
under
just
$5,
always cheap.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like $2.
Cool. It's like Downwell or whatever. Like just a couple bucks.
Yeah, like essentially.
Hmm.
It's very interesting.
Cool.
I think it's worth the money, but I think it was a good game, if you can call it a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Experience, but I don't see all the hype
Right,
about it
right.
just because of how, like, for example, people said how like it invoked emotion into them. I'm like, sure, it's good, but there's not actual dialogue.
Are they playing it with couples though, or whatever? Like as a couple or something?
Maybe
Yeah,
that might be it.
yeah.
But I mean, the story is very good, and it's only told by visuals, and the visuals are amazing. But overall, it's worth the money, but I don't think it deserves all of the awards that it got.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, it never really. Not that I. Well, I don't know if I could run it on my tablet, but I've never really thought about playing it. Or actually, isn't it on Switch now?
I don't think so.
No, I thought I heard that, but maybe Greg Miller said that once. 'Cause I hear Greg Miller saying that, but I think he was corrected too. Like, nope, I guess not.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
I definitely did
it looks
enjoy it
cool. But yeah, I'm watching the
because it's just
trailer.
like random, just random little mini games that make the progression of the story happen.
Right. It's a
So
cool idea. I like it. It's probably
yeah,
what, and it's costs money on mobile, which is cool because not a
yeah,
lot of things do that. So
yeah. So I mean,
it's cool.
I don't know if you like tiny little games like that, and it's not worth a whole. I mean, not worth. It doesn't cost a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It definitely is worth it, but
And it's a couple hours long, right?
not even that.
Not even that. Okay,
I think it was like 40 minutes long.
gotcha.
So
So something to play in like 5 minutes here and there, maybe. Stretch it
yeah,
out.
but definitely use headphones for it because like the
Oh,
music and everything like makes it.
cool.
If you don't have the music or
Yeah,
any of the sound effects, then why are you playing that game?
sure.
Like it just that's the whole point, to invoke all that emotion that they're trying to do.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
but
And the only other thing that I have is also a small thing. It's Smash Brothers related.
oh,
Or Ultimate Smash Brothers Ultimate.
hmm
Yesterday a buddy came by. Actually, he brought me back my Final Fantasy VII, which I didn't even know he borrowed, probably like 4 years ago or something. His place mostly burnt down, and he's living somewhere else now and trying to find a new place and all that. And he saved a bunch of his stuff and his cats and his computer, but there was a big fire going on or whatever. And he's like, "I saved your Final Fantasy VII," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "It might have a little bit of smoke damage or whatever." And I was like, "I didn't even know you had my 7." So he brought it back yesterday. It looks fine. It just smells a little whatever, toasty.
yeah,
But anyways, he came over and it's the first time he's been over here in a little while. And I was playing what was the game I was talking about? Moonlighter.
hmm
And I was showing him and stuff, and he was like, "Whoa, look!" He goes, "My niece has a Switch, but I didn't know you could." Like he knew you could play it on the TV, but he's never saw that me holding. Saw me holding the Joy Cons and just relaxing on the chair,
hmm
like separate Joy Cons.
yeah,
And he's like, "I had no idea you could just do it like that, you know." And so I was showing him about it and what games I had on there, and that I had Final Fantasy VII on there. And then I was like, "Oh, you want to play Smash Brothers?" Because I just realized we could play that with 2 Joy Cons, you know, or half the
yeah.
Joy Con. And he's like, "I guess so." He's like, "I've never played anything, you know." He doesn't play games very much anymore. Actually, speaking of Final Fantasy Tactics earlier, that was like his favorite game ever. He obsessed with that for years and years and years and years. Would try to speed run it, and that was like his game for a long time.
Hmm.
Actually, and then he's a programmer too. So me and him have made games like tactical games and card games and things. We made our own
Cool.
triple triad game back in the late '90s using a bunch of my artwork as characters for the cards, the Final Fantasy
Yeah.
card game. But anyways, so I was like, let's play some Smash Brothers. So he picked it up. We jumped in or whatever and just kind of messed around. He didn't like using the analog to like move and jump and stuff. He's not that kind of player. He likes his classic games, and I'm the same way, but I'm just used to it now. But yeah, anyways, we messed around with Smash Brothers, and he had a blast. He only meant to stay for like 5 minutes, but it was like an hour later, and we played a ton of matches. He didn't know half the characters, but love the Midgar level. That is still my favorite level. The freaking grabbing the materia. I'm still seeing summons I've never seen before, like Ifrit and stuff I didn't know was in there.
Yeah.
And Odin. I've only seen Bahamut, and I think there's one more, right? At least.
I think there's at least one more. Yeah.
I know, but I just saw Odin and Ifrit, and I was like, I don't think I've seen those before. But yeah, and then we saw Bahamut Zero, and I knew I've seen that before. But I think there's one more. Doesn't matter. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, but that was awesome. And then he picked. Oh, and I love the Pilot Wings level too. That just
Yeah,
looks
that
so
one's
cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's just awesome. And he had such a hard time staying on the stage, right? New player, but he still had tons of fun. And it was just me versus him. I was just kind of messing around, to give him a chance, kind of thing. And he started figuring out grab the assist trophy items and try which items to not grab but there was a point because you know how it's like a biplane, right? Like
Yeah.
with 2 wings or whatever, or 4 wings, I guess, whatever. He fell off the stage and he's like, "Oh no!" But he grabbed onto the bottom wing just barely. I know this is dumb for Smash Brothers people that know all this stuff, but he was just laughing so hard that he can't believe he grabbed onto the bottom of the biplane thing because he didn't expect there to be a bottom part to it or something. But anyway, that was like the highlight moment. Him just barely hanging on and being really excited about it. So.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's digging the game. That's cool. He's gonna have to come by again sometime and play. But
yeah,
and those controllers really work good. Like we were able to play fine, and
That's super cool to hear stories about people casually playing that game.
Yeah, it's easy to pick up and play because it's just a couple buttons, right? So
yeah,
you can learn to block and roll and stuff later. It's not.
I mean, people played that game with a Wii remote, so
right, true.
Or just horizontal.
Yeah, those N64 controllers that. I know they have a lot of buttons and stuff, but man, I do not like those N64 controllers.
Nah, the weird 3-prong banana thing.
Yeah, just give me the D-pad near the analog stick, thank you. Because there's no reason to have the left prong. It's just the L button and the D-pad.
I think it's like they plan to just not have a D-pad, and they're like, "Oh wait, we need a D-pad."
Just throw a third prong.
I think that's what it is.
It wouldn't surprise me. Man, some good games though on N64, but.
Oh, definitely.
I never owned any or got to play them at home very much. Turok a little bit when I rented an N64, and and I borrowed an N64 so I could play Ocarina of Time. So I did go through all that once.
Yeah.
But mostly just went to friends' houses and was like, oh, we got GoldenEye. All right, I guess I'll play. And then we got addicted to that for a while. I played Star Fox 64, Mario 64 at other people's houses. Mario Kart 64. I played a lot of that at friends' houses.
I played the better GoldenEye.
Oh,
Banjo-Tooie.
Oh God. Yeah.
Because Banjo-Tooie had that multiplayer mode.
Really?
I mean, it's Rare who made both of those games. Yeah. So like, there's a multiplayer mode where there's a first-person shooter where you shoot eggs at people.
That's funny. I didn't know that. Is it secret or is it like just?
No. Well, it is, and it is. I think you unlock it later if you like go through that level. But
I think Star Fox 64 had the same thing, a competitive mode.
Yeah.
It took a lot to unlock.
Yeah. Well, like in Banjo-Tooie, I think it's the Mayhem Temple. I think it's the first or second level. There is an actual like temple that you go in, and then it just makes you in the first person, and you have to explore it. Like it's a labyrinth, but you're first person, like with Kazooie, like a gun.
Okay.
And I think if you do something special in there, then you unlock it for just on the main menu. So like you don't have to start the game. You can just go there and just say versus mode or whatever. So that's what I played a lot. That and
like with friends or whatever.
Yeah, that and the other Donkey Kong 64 had the similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that game. Is that game well received? I never hear about it.
Off and on. I don't know. Like yes and no.
Does it play like Mario 64 or something? I know it's 3D, so that's all I
know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a more
it's like
convoluted
Banjo-Kazooie, right?
It's like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's more like Banjo-Tooie. Like there's too much stuff there.
Oh, okay.
And add 200% more stuff.
Gotcha. Which
but it's not a bad
yeah.
game. It's just going
Okay.
back to it. It's a lot to handle.
Well, I assume they'll do a N64 Classic at some point, and that'll be on there. Hopefully, if they can get it.
Hopefully, I would assume so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a rare game, so you don't know, but they did get the first Donkey Kong Country for SNES Classic, so
Yeah, that is true.
who
So I
knows?
don't know. I would assume that we would get um yeah, I would assume that we get Donkey Kong 64. I don't know if we get Banjo-Kazooie since it's already been perfected on
Oh yeah,
360 and like
yeah.
Xbox Live Arcade.
Maybe because they're all playing nice now, you know. So I don't
They
know.
are, but
And like I said, we got Donkey Kong
I don't know.
Country on Super Nintendo, so I mean,
Yeah, but that's also like an IP that
yeah, I
Nintendo
know, but
owns, whereas Banjo-Kazooie is just its own
but
separate
but they
thing.
still had to work with Rare to get the
Yeah,
even
yeah.
just to get the logo and let alone to get all their games. So
Well, Diddy, because
okay, yeah, yeah,
for Rare created Diddy.
right, yeah. So
Uh,
so yeah, I'm sure there's. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do it. Like now they didn't get the second game or the third game, but I mean,
mhm.
I don't know. Maybe just Banjo Kazooie and just Donkey Kong 64 or something, not Banjo Tooie.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing though is if we do get N64 Classic, there are so many games that were made by Rare that are staples.
Yeah,
There are the
GoldenEye.
Banjo-Kazooie,
Yeah,
Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark,
I think
Jet
Perfect
Force
Dark.
Gemini.
I think Perfect Dark, probably Jet Force Gemini too. I think Perfect Dark will make it, maybe, but not GoldenEye. There's no way. That would
Yeah,
be
I'm just saying.
crazy if they
Oh
somehow get
yeah,
that on
definitely.
there. I mean, if they do, that will be on the on the front of the box. That'll be like the
Hmm.
system seller. If they can somehow get the rights to all those movie actors and stuff, like that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a
Hmm.
lot
Yep.
for a console that's probably only gonna have 30 games or so, and it's going to probably less than
I
that
was gonna
since
say
it.
less than that because Super Nintendo had 21,
Oh right, so it's probably gonna be like
15.
15, and
Yeah,
like four of them are
four or
gonna
five
be.
are rare. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that happening,
Well, maybe
unfortunately.
more than that because think of like the NES Classic and stuff like that. Or even Super Nintendo Classic. They have third-party games on there, good ones and stuff. So N64 will probably come up with. They could probably do 20, and even
Yeah,
just 3 or 4 rare games. You know, like Perfect Dark and Donkey Kong and Banjo or something.
give me Mystical Ninja so I can play it
Yeah,
again because I
yeah.
can't find it anywhere.
How about Quest 64?
Ugh, don't talk to me.
I used to play that a little bit.
Same here. It's so bad.
Collect
Someone
all,
bought it for me as a
finding all the
joke
little secret
gift.
ghosts everywhere. You remember that? There's little
Ugh,
secret ghosts coming out of the ground,
yeah,
and they give you free levels up or something. It wasn't a bad game, I don't think.
I never had fun with it.
No, I like the
it
battles where they're positional and you have 3 different or 4 different powers you're trying to level up, and I don't know. It was cool for
hmm
like a weekend.
I would have to replay it, but like as a kid, just playing other games, like that was like definitely the worst out of all of them.
Right.
But
All right, let's get into some of these news things since
oh yeah,
we've been
we're a
gone for
news
like
show, aren't we?
yeah, well, kind of, somewhat.
We got distracted
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. We're only an hour in, so
already.
not well. We're getting towards it, but actually, before we can get into the news, I just want to talk about 2 new releases.
All right.
Oh, and I swear it's every time that we stream, someone's vacuuming in the hallway. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyways,
Oh no, it's same here.
okay. That's funny. So new releases. Have you ever heard of Shakedown Hawaii?
No.
That's what I'm playing right now on the stream or the trailer for the stream. You ever played Retro Rampage?
Yes.
This is the sequel. I didn't even know there was a
Okay.
sequel because I really enjoyed Retro Rampage on PS3.
Yeah.
Not enough to like play it for weeks or anything, but I played it a bit and it was fun.
Yeah, I
This
had it on
game,
my Vita.
oh well, there you go. This comes out to Vita too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's and 3DS
Oh
and
wow.
PC and PS4 and Switch. I want to get it on Switch. Um, so I've been watching reviews today and a little bit last night. Metacritic's like 75% or something like that, and everybody's loving this game. It looks
Huh.
super good. It's super in depth as far as like you buy property, and there's like I think they said like 80 different properties you can buy. And there's like tons of side quests, huge open world with obviously like the Grand Theft Auto kind of playstyle, but it looks more like a Super Nintendo game, which I'm all
Mhm.
for. Um, but the stories and the mini games and things look really awesome. I'm hoping it comes up in the trailer. I did see it because there's things where you're like it looks like an old Netscape browser, but you're like browsing the internet, buying property and things. Maybe this doesn't mean much to most people, but they'll probably show it in a second. I hope.
Hmm.
Hey, let me scrub through it. Actually, here it is, right here. There we go. But there's like you're trying to buy businesses or take over businesses
Okay.
to make money and things like that. I'm not doing it justice, but as far as the reviews go, they're all like through the roof. It's supposed to be really awesome. Way more content than Retro City Rampage.
It looks like it.
A lot of cutscenes and a lot of interesting comedy and things, and it looks really good for a Switch game. I think it's cheap too. I didn't really, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember looking at it and being like, oh, it's cheaper than I thought. Maybe under 30,
Cool.
like Canadian, so maybe it's $20 American or something. But look, there's a little Tetris thing there. But yeah, anyways, there's tons of mini games, tons of little quests and things. I don't know. Yeah, it looks super good. So that I put on here because I didn't even know they were making a sequel. So
Cool.
and then
Yeah, I didn't know either.
and then the other thing is I don't have a trailer for it, but this thing I just found out about today. It's called For the King. It's out on
Okay.
Switch in 2 days. I think it's already out on it's already out on Steam because I saw the reviews were like 9s out of 10 for everything. But this comes with like 4 expansions on Switch, and it's only right now it's on sale for $25. And it's not even out yet.
Is that Canadian prices right there, or
Yep,
is that my
Canadian,
prices?
Canadian. Yeah,
Okay.
because normally 31 again Canadian, so probably
Oh, that's
20
true.
or 25. Either way, it's like $10 off, or no, like $5-6 off. But anyways, it's a roguelike, so you, as in like every time you play it, it's different. But it's like a tabletop adventure with classes and stuff, and it's like a board game. But it sounds amazing, and again, the reviews are all 9 out of 10 and stuff like that. It says
Cool.
For the King is a strategic RPG that blends tabletop and roguelike elements in a challenging adventure. Single player or play cooperatively online or locally. There's some story stuff, which I'm not too worried about right now. It's a blend of strategy, turn-based combat, roguelike elements. Each playthrough is unique with procedurally generated maps, quests, and events. Yeah, and it includes, I think it said 4 expansions, is what I was reading, which
Wow.
add 4 new areas and all kinds of crazy content. So even just for that, I'm thinking, okay, that's worth the money. Like, I might pick it up just because the reviews were so good. I'm sure I'll see more reviews. Switch Up is a really good YouTube channel for reviews and things. So they'll probably do a review in the next week or whatever. And I want to see if the Switch version turned out good. But yeah, I like the graphic style. It's weird, chunky graphics, and here I'll bring up some of these images. And it's like a board game, and I'm a sucker for digital board games. I still want to buy Civilization 6 on Switch, but anyways, looks super good. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. But we can go into the news now if you want.
Sure.
Any of these? We have 3 news stories, but any that I found, any that stand out to you? Because you can pick one to start with.
Let's just go in order because I think order seems like the right way to do this.
That's the way I got them on my tabs anyway. So
I have them in reverse order on my tabs for some reason.
Oh, well, I'll start with the EA Access one. We'll start with that.
Yeah.
Did you want to read just the first paragraph? It's from Colin Stevens and IGN, just to kind of give a base thing, and then we can.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I kind of brought it up, but yeah.
All right. So yeah, Colin Stevens, IGN. EA Access is coming to PlayStation 4. EA Access is coming to PlayStation 4 just this July. The service gives players access to a library of EA games, including franchises like Battlefield, FIFA, Madden, Star Wars Battlefront, and more. In addition, subscribers can access EA's Play First trials where they can play up to 10 hours of new games. EA Access also grants a 10% discount on full EA game purchases, expansions, and in-game items. That's weird wording.
Yeah.
Is available for $5 a month or $30 a year. It can be purchased through the PlayStation Store. As of now, it appears paying for a subscription of EA Access on Xbox One will not carry over to PS4 and vice versa. Interesting.
There we go. Yeah. Pricing is good. That's pretty cheap to just get a bunch of games. I just like everybody, I'm always like EA, I don't know about the whole EA stuff. Like I don't generally like how they do things, but I don't think anybody does. I don't know. But is it at this point like you don't even know why you hate them anymore? I don't know if you feel the same way, but it's just like you're supposed to hate EA, and I'm like I don't keep up. I don't even know why I'm supposed to hate EA anymore.
I completely agree.
Yeah. But I still see EA, and I'm like, I better read into it. I don't know. Everybody can't be wrong, right? So I figure, I don't know, but everything looks good. Because I don't know if I care about EA games just because it's an EA game. I used to play a lot of Battlefield. I
Mhm.
do play, although I haven't bought it in a couple years now, but a lot of NHL hockey because
Okay.
there's no competitors, right? You have to buy the EA one. And I'm a big NHL fan, so but I haven't bought the last couple. Now, if I paid $5 for a month of it, which is probably like $7 or $8 Canadian, but still whatever. I guess it shows a picture of the new NHL game in the screenshot there. The hockey player in yellow there. Um,
Yeah.
would I guess I just get NHL 19 to play for a month. I guess if I just pay
Maybe.
$8, and then I can decide to pay 30 if I want to keep it for a year. I mean, the new NHL will be out in September, so it
Mhm.
might be worth it just to pay for a few months before the new one or something. This could be cool.
Yeah, they have a lot of good games, especially like you said, their sports games are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
only
haven't
care
played
about
Madden in a long time,
right.
but I really do like FIFA.
Oh, there you
So,
go. Yeah, I'm not a sports guy. I never grew up watching sports or anything. Wasn't until like when I turned 20 or around this, let's say the year 2000, something like that, somewhere around there, that I started watching hockey because my dad watched it, my stepdad watched it, the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I started watching it,
mhm,
and then suddenly I didn't want to miss a game, and then like in 2005 around there, I started getting the internet and started getting my own apartment and all that kind of stuff, and now I never miss a game. Plus streaming makes it so much easier now too. But and I
yeah.
haven't missed a Leaf game in like I don't know a decade or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really a sports person either,
Hmm.
but I really do like sports games. Like
Yeah.
I used to play Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh my god.
or like on Super Nintendo. The other like Super RBI baseball. We had a NHL. Is it
94 is the popular one,
ninety
but I mean, yeah,
four 94 or 93? It was on Super
yep,
Nintendo.
94 for sure. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I played that one. That game was
yeah, same
awesome.
here. Yeah,
Um,
I wonder if every
NBA
kid played that stuff.
Jam. I
Oh,
don't know. I played a bunch of
freaking
games.
NBA Jam. Oh, speaking of N64 earlier, NBA Hang Time was amazing on N64.
I never
It
played
was
that.
basically NBA Jam, but with tons of characters, way better graphics. I always played the
Huh.
alien. There was like a green alien, weird looking guy, and you level up in stats and stuff as you play.
Hmm.
So I always came over to my friend's house, and he'd have his character, I'd have my character, and we'd level up and play a bunch of matches together. Yeah, NBA Hang Time. I hope that's on the N64 Classic. Yeah, right.
We might get Madden.
True. No, there's no way they'd get the rights to.
They could get Madden.
Though I just heard the other day that there was it N64 or was it like Sega Saturn or something? There was a Madden game that didn't have any rights to anybody.
Really?
Yeah, I just heard this I think yesterday. What the heck was it
Huh.
on? It was on a podcast, but I don't know. It might have been N64 to be honest, so maybe they'll grab that one.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, also I see the Sims on here, Sims 4 on the EA Play thing. I haven't played Sims 4. I love Sims 2 way back
Hmm.
when, and Sims 3 I played a bit of. And I know Sims 4 came out on PS4, but I don't like how, and maybe I just sound old or whatever, but how you buy it, but there's like 10 expansion packs already.
Yeah.
So if I was to get the entire game, it's like hundreds of dollars, and I just like, oh wait, hopefully they'll have a big collection thing, but no way, because that'll leave me like $200.
Hmm.
So what will this include? I mean, that could be cool.
Hopefully, because it says. So what you probably get is just access to the actual game,
Yeah,
base game,
and at least I
and
could try it
then
for basically nothing, because I'm getting it. Let's say for hockey, I can at least try
yeah,
it and
and
not
then
feel
you
like
would
I'm wasting
also
my
get
money.
like discounts
Right.
on expansions and stuff
True.
too. So like,
I wonder if that stuff's permanent like PS Plus. Because when I have
I
PS
would
Plus,
assume
I can
so.
buy a game that's discounted, but obviously I can lose my PS Plus and keep that game. So I
Yeah.
assume, yeah, you're right. Probably tied to my account. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, and then Battlefield, I could maybe even just download it and just go through the campaign or something, just to mess around. It's not going to cost me extra, so it's nice to just try games.
Hmm.
And I'm sure there's other stuff too. Obviously, it shows like Need for Speed and Battlefront and that, which I'm not too interested in, but yeah. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Just wanted to know how you felt about EA and stuff too. So.
Yeah. I mean, EA does weird
Hmm.
things like I guess not weird, just things I don't necessarily agree with,
Yeah,
but
hockey is
I
really
don't
bad now for that stuff. But yeah.
but I don't necessarily agree on all the like the hate of EA just in general.
Yep.
It's just a lot of people just hate because of like specific things like microtransactions, but they
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
make good games.
Yep. Yep.
So like
And wasn't Shadow of War the Lord of the Rings game there, Middle Earth Shadow of War? Wasn't that an EA game? I'm positive it was.
I think so,
And
yeah.
it came out with loot boxes and everything, but they completely changed that game. Like I
Hmm.
played it recently or whatever, and it's fantastic. There's no loot boxes or any of that kind of stuff. So they've gone back and fixed some things. I don't know how Battlefront 2 is now. I guess they did go back and kind of try to fix that, but
Yeah,
that whole debacle. But
I never played the second one. I only
yeah, me
had
neither. Yeah.
the first one because I bought it for like $10.
Right.
And
I keep thinking about buying it, but it's like it's only online. So I'm like,
it
I
is,
don't.
yeah.
If you can't put bots in there, like I loved Battlefront on PS2, the second one.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
I might have played the first one. If they put that out, I'd buy it right away because I can play it over and over and over against AI, and it's different every
Yeah.
time. And just
Give me Battlefront 2,
yeah.
but with all the maps, because Battlefront 1 had better maps, I feel.
Oh, really? I don't know if I've even played the first one, but a friend brought
Yeah.
over the second one at one point, and
The second one had like a lot
space
better
combat and everything too.
control,
And
space battles,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jedi or hero battles or whatever
Oh,
those are
okay,
called. But like the first one like had I don't know. It was basic, but I feel like it had better maps.
gotcha. Yeah, so yeah,
So
do a compilation like a remaster kind of thing.
yeah, that'd be super
It
cool.
would give them some good credit, so they could use it.
Hmm.
So
And then just add a couple characters. Like
sure,
it's not that hard.
like
Like
some
you could just
modern
add
guys or
like
something.
modern people like Ray or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or Kylo Ren or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that story. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. And July
Hmm.
is very soon, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm gonna move to the next one, the Sony one.
All right.
Um, so yeah, this was last week, I think, but after our last show, Sony announced their second State of Play live stream.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess this is also Colin Stevens. Looks like it. Wasn't that the same as the last guy?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there you go. Also from IGN. Okay, so yeah, let me skim through this article a little bit. Sony has announced that the second State of Play live stream is coming May 9th, so that's in 2 days. That'd be Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, etc. Basically, okay, they announced it on the PlayStation blog, which I used to follow the blog all the time, but then they changed it and they got rid of the store updates. They used to have the store updates like in detail on the PlayStation blog the moment it goes live.
Yeah, they changed that like a year or so ago, right?
And more than that, because I haven't followed
Okay.
it in a few years. But yeah, was it like 3 or 4 years ago they got rid of that and just changed the blog around a lot, and I just stopped going there. But yeah, so I guess they announced that on there. So yeah, it will feature an extended look at Medieval, which I don't know how it can be extended, but whatever. And the first look at an undisclosed new title. So that's clearly Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Clearly. Knack 3.
Yeah, clearly. There you go. Yeah, and there's other updates and announcements around PlayStation 4 games will be present as well. Nothing, no, not talking at all about PS5, and it says the live stream will last about 10 minutes. So I don't know how extended that Medieval thing is going to be.
It's just all Medieval. That's it.
But it says there's some other title that's unannounced, and also announcements for other, or does it say announcements? Yeah, updates and announcements surrounding other upcoming PlayStation 4 games will be present as well. So that's what I mean. I don't know how extended a Medieval thing. Though a minute can go a long way. They could show an entire.
Well, we haven't really seen anything of the new Medieval at all.
That's what I mean is you could watch it it could be a minute of gameplay, and that's actually pretty good. So.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But that's on Thursday. So, yeah, any speculation of what the other game could be besides like Knack 3 or something? Or do you think there'll be some Dreams, not as the second game, but some Dreams announcements, like when that's officially coming or something?
There could be. Dreams just got a update yesterday or today. Just some bug fixes, and then I think they add something else in it. I forget exactly what it was.
They're doing it piecemeal. Maybe.
But I was checking the history of it earlier and said there was a update for the early access at least. But yeah, I can't think of.
Yeah, me same here.
What it could be like? Oh, it could be like maybe, but I think that they say that for like PS5, but like Horizon 2.
Oh yeah, no way, right? Like that's crazy.
Or
I mean, it would get everybody talking because there's nothing else happening. But
yeah, or like
Medieval, so
maybe a new Ratchet and Clank again.
Right,
it has been a while.
Yeah, something like that would be a little more likely. Yeah, true.
Because I love that remake or whatever.
Another remaster, maybe, like what Bluepoint's been working on or something.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Metal Gear or something, because that's more of an E3 thing. If they're working,
it could be a Bluepoint remaster of Ico or Eco.
Yeah, maybe
something random. I don't know.
And that would be maybe the kind of thing you drop in a stream.
Yeah,
But it might take
because
all the
I feel like
headlines
we have to
away.
think small.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But a remake or a remaster is kind of small, but depends on how big the franchise is. Like if it's Metal Gear, that's huge. If it's Eco, maybe less people will be
Yeah.
excited about it. But it's not like Shadow of the Colossus or something, or like you said, another Ratchet and Clank. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. Wait, what's the wording on that? Like, let me go to the PlayStation blog, the actual post here.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just want to
because
see if
according to
there's.
this, it just says undisclosed new title. That
Yeah.
doesn't say new IP.
Oh, this isn't very long either, so I'm gonna read this.
Okay.
So Sid Schumann, the director of the PlayStation blog, on that. Okay, features an extended look at Medieval, a first look at a new title, and more. So they said new title, so it would be a new title. It says, "Hi all, excited to share that State of Play will return for a new episode next Thursday. It'll be a quick show, around 10 minutes, but we've got some PS4 updates we couldn't wait to share with you. PlayStation Worldwide Studios will be showing off an extended look at Medieval, as well as a first look at a new title, and we'll have other updates and announcements from upcoming PS4 games. One note, don't expect, next gen stuff. You can watch it live at YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. As always, we're always reading your feedback and comments. Keep them coming. There's more in store. Lots more in store for State of Play. Episode 3 will return later in the year with more news and updates. Probably after E3, yeah, like
Yeah.
a ways after. All right, so new title. So I'm glad I read that. Less
But I don't
speculation
know
here.
what they mean by new title though. Like that's still vague
Yeah,
for me
I figured
personally.
new title as in it's not going to have an old title. You know what I mean? That's the way I view it. Like they'd have to be careful with the wording. You would think it wouldn't be Eco. It's like that's not a new title.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But
new title I could think of like a new Resistance, for
yeah,
example.
or Ratchet and Clank, like you said, like a
Yeah,
for sure.
but I don't know.
But it might just be something that we've never heard of, and it's like I wouldn't say an indie thing, but it could be a smaller whatever,
Astrobot 2.
Oh, actually,
More
that's
VR stuff.
yeah, that's true. Oh, I wonder if they would have said that to get people's because not everybody has the VR, Actually, I think
Yeah.
80% of PS4 owners don't have a VR, so I think they would have maybe clarified that.
Hmm.
But maybe they're trying to get Astrobot maybe out of VR. Maybe they could bring it to regular PS4
They could,
just
because
to
I
get more
know how
people.
popular it
Yeah,
was.
exactly. That's funny. There's a For the King ad at the bottom here. Oh, it's not an ad. It's the blog post. They did a blog post for it. So it must be good. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I have no. Oh, Medieval. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I've never played it.
Yeah, me neither.
That's it.
Yeah, I do have a slight memory with it, not with the actual game, but I remember a Christmas. Okay, this was when I lived in a town called Forest. That's where I grew up, a little tiny town. And so this was PS1 days. When did Saga Frontier come out? You want to Google that for me, just so it's not coming up on the screen?
Probably like 98, 99.
It was
I'll
kind of
check.
late. Yeah, it was kind of a late PS1 game, I think. Just probably type in release with Google. Saga Frontier release, and it probably should come up.
In 97 in Japan. It's not
So
telling me.
98 or so, yeah.
98, March 25th,
There you
98.
go. So I got it for Christmas probably late 98, so like December 98. And it was my stepdad and my mom, whatever, and I got a PS. I don't think if I got any other games, but it doesn't matter. But so yeah, I got Saga Frontier for Christmas, which I have a soft spot for. It's not great; it's an unfinished game, but. So have you ever played that Saga Frontier?
I have not. No.
It's a Square RPG, and you can pick from actually it's kind of like Octopath. You have I think 5 characters or so to choose from, and they each have their own story, but they all kind of come together at the end. Some of them have crossovers, but it's also very open. Like you can play it one way. It also feels very broken. Like it's the difficulty sometimes all over the place, and it feels broken. But that made it more fun because it was like, have you ever got past this part, or have you got through this, or how did you sneak by, or whatever. And it was 3D backgrounds with 2D sprites.
Okay.
And turn-based battles and stuff, but you can learn abilities seemingly at random times. So you'll be fighting, and then just like a light bulb comes over your head, and you do this epic finishing move, and it's like, where the heck did that come from? And it's very replayable, and it was fun to play with other people. Like if they had their copy, and it's like, have you ever got this character? Where did you find this? Did you ever beat this scenario? Because it was like really difficult and weird. Anyways, I got that for Christmas, and then my stepdad told me it was either this or a game called Medieval. That's my only story with Medieval. And I was like, oh, I never heard of it. I don't know. And then over the years, I found out it was the skeleton guy, and I found out it was a generic action game, and I was like, oh, that's not my kind of thing. So I'm so glad he
Yeah.
picked a SquareSoft RPG. So that's my only story with Medieval. I could have had it in an alternate dimension. I grew up playing Medieval.
Apparently, I have played a Saga game.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch.
Well, I played Final Fantasy Legend, which apparently is a Saga game.
Yes, true. And they made a sequel too on PS1 for Saga Frontier 2, and it looked like it was watercolor painted. They changed a lot of the graphics, probably put more work into it. Never played it though. But yeah, the first game, it's just one disc, like us, Square was doing that, right? Just Brave Fencer Musashi and just a lot of these smaller games. Was Xenogears one disc? No, that was probably two.
No, that was like 2 or 3.
Yeah. But that was
I
around
have
that
it in
time
my room
too.
somewhere.
Cool.
I could probably look at it, but
never owned that game. So I did get to go through it a bunch on PS3, like the PS1 classics. But
yeah, I own it on my PS3 and Vita as well. But I actually have never played it.
Oh, not at all.
No.
Ooh.
I own them.
It's really good. It's also unfinished. So like when you get to and this is mostly I just know from stories and things I've read and people I've talked to, but when you get to the second disc and you get far into it, there's hardly any battles, and it's kind of just, or story even, it just kind of rushes you to the end. It's like apparently still fine, but I think it's mostly cutscenes and stuff. It's like they didn't quite finish the game, so they're kind of rushing you through it. But it still, I guess, fits. But it's just you can tell it was like the last 20 hours are just like you're just flying from one thing to the next, and unlike the first bunch, which is very thought out and open world and Final Fantasy-esque, but plays a little differently. It plays like Final Fantasy, except the entire battles are Zell's limit breaks. You're making combos yourself and mixing up punches and kicks to do finishing moves and things, just like Zell,
But yeah, since I never owned a PS1, so like I want to say it was like.
So you bought it later in life.
Yeah, I bought it later in life, like probably 2010.
Right.
Probably 2010 through 2012 was when I started collecting a bunch of games. Cool. So like I have that. I have Legend of the Dragoon.
Nice. I did get to play through that, but I've
never played it either.
Wow.
Well, I own Parasite Eve. I've never touched it.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite games of all time. Parasite Eve is amazing. Excellent horror RPG.
I have Tactics. I played that, but I have what's the Origin? Final Fantasy Origins. I have that.
Yeah, I got that too.
I just have a bunch of like random things. I have Final Fantasy 7. I have Final Fantasy 8, but the first disc is messed up.
Oh, damn.
I can't get on the train.
Oh, that sucks.
Or something in the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just broken. So like I had to use someone else's disc.
Oh, to get past.
Or to get on the train and then switch it back. I was fine.
My Parasite Eve, I used to own Parasite Eve. That was one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite games ever. It's just so different. I wish they kept making them. No, I know they kind of did, but my second disc on Parasite Eve was messed up. But it loaded fine. It's just when you get to the museum, there's a part of the museum with dinosaur bones and stuff that come to life, kind of. They get like meat all over them, and then it kind of reanimates using the bones. But anyways, it's pretty awesome. There's a point in the museum where you load into a door to get a cutscene or something, and it just sits there. You can hear it loading. It doesn't load because the disc was kind of scratched. I tried using like the disc fixer stuff and all that, and I never could get it working. So I just traded it in because both discs work. He loads them up. Yeah, go to the title screen. It's fine, and you can't see the scratch because like I said, I filled it in, and it still didn't load though. So I just traded it in for some credit and bought something else. But that sucks because I love Parasite Eve. Bought it on PS3, PS1 Classic. I wish I could play through it again though. I really wanted that the PS1 Classic to, or the Mini or whatever, be amazing and have amazing emulation and things. But nah, doesn't sound like it's very great. So.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'll probably never get to replay those old games unless they re-release them on stuff like Switch and PS5 and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Another one that I just remembered that I have as well that was Mega Man Legend.
Oh,
or
right.
Legends,
I
or
knew you
whatever.
had that. Yeah, I played through a ton of that on PC, like the emulated thing, just last summer or whatever. Loved it, and apparently the second one's even better. So I'd like to play them both someday properly.
And they're both on PS3 or whatever, like the PSN.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Jeez. They probably came out after I got
I think Tron Bonne is on there too.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that one. Is it the same kind of?
I don't really know. Like
okay.
I just know like you play as her.
Oh, okay.
More focus on her and the serve bots and things.
Yeah, the
But
story and the
I mean,
graphics of the first Legend was so good. Surprised me. I was shocked.
yeah,
The facial
yeah, it's a
animations or
really
whatever
good
that they
one.
used, and I was like, wow, this must be a late PS1 game. Or it feels like it's so good.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Well, I played that game when I was younger
hmm
on the N64.
Oh, I forgot Mega Man 64. I can see the cover of the box right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So like that one had less features in it. Like it had
Really
like less music or something and
weird.
less sound effects and
Probably had better controls though.
things.
They probably fixed
Who
the controls because it was weird tank controls on PS1.
No, I think it still was tank controls,
Really?
if I remember correctly. I think you had to use
Even
the
with the
C
analog
stick,
stick?
C
Oh
buttons to
god.
do stuff.
I thought you could just move around freely and then lock on or something like Zelda style, you know?
Nah, I'm pretty sure
Wow.
you couldn't.
If you could, write in the comments. Correct us.
Yeah, if you could.
As if anybody would. I guess I know exactly what Mega Man. I played Mega Man Legends all the time.
If you got this far into the video.
Yeah, true. We can move on to one more story. I think that's who knows what's coming Thursday. We'll talk about it next week, I'm sure. So,
Hmm. Well,
um,
I won't be there.
right. Well, we'll figure it out. We could always do a different
Maybe.
date or something, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last story is one that I added just so I can play another trailer. Which apparently has been playing this whole time.
Oh.
So let me restart it. Now this came out last week. I think after our last stream, but we didn't talk about it. Bloodstained. They redid the graphics.
Okay.
I think that's what this trailer is, and they announced the release date. Yeah, this is the graphics trailer. I forget. Do you follow this game? Do you know much about it?
I haven't followed this game in a while.
Did you see the Switch trailer like a month ago or 2 months ago?
I think
Where they
so.
showed off
Yeah.
customization and stuff, character
Hmm.
customization and colors and things. And well, this
Yeah.
trailer has Iga, or Koji Igarashi, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's actually in this trailer, and I don't know if you're watching it on the stream, and he right here, and he's sitting at like a nice table with some wine and that, and he smashes the bottle of wine like Dracula style. All these tweets pop up that the graphics in the game suck. We want a graphics change or whatever. And he's like, all right, then I'll show you. And they added new graphics and they look amazing. It's all colorful and like cell shaded kind of looking. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like look at the freaking difference in the graphics. It looks
Wow.
unbelievable. Even the smoothness of the animations are better.
Yeah, this looks way better.
Yeah. When they show the dragon, I don't notice any difference. It's like whatever, but just the environments and stuff is just like.
I think it was just like the reflection, like
Okay.
with lighting and stuff on the dragon.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like a lot of these places just look completely different.
Yeah,
now.
and she uses a gun at one point, and I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. And doing critical hits and stuff, and I'm like, I need this. This looks like, and it says June 18th, but
yeah.
it comes out June 25th on Switch.
Oh.
So I'm waiting for that. I definitely want it on Switch.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to get it on Switch now, because it's like I can play it on the go whenever I want or on my TV. Besides, I can stream it on PS4, but whatever.
It looks very good.
I know.
Like it looks way better than.
I'm gonna be so sad if reviews are like 6 out of 10s or less.
Well, here's the thing: you're waiting for Switch, so you have time.
And I always wait for reviews anyway because I don't want to. If it's garbage, like really bad or doesn't work, I don't want to buy it. I'll wait till it's better.
I'm saying like the review should already be out for like the PS4 version.
Yeah, yeah, and the Switch version. They always come out like a week early anyway, depending on how early
That's true.
they get the copies and whatever.
Embargo.
Yep. So I'll be usually by the time a game comes out, I'll know all about it. Like not spoiler wise, but just quality wise and if it's worth my money. But yeah, I honestly, when they announced this, 5-6 years ago, maybe longer, as a Kickstarter and stuff, I wasn't that excited. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe it'll be good. I didn't like put money into it or nothing. At the time, I just had a PS3 or whatever. I wasn't even thinking next gen or Nintendo or anything. And I'm gonna look for this dragon thing this time, but. Oh yeah, I just better skin detail. Okay. But yeah, it looks really good. I hope it plays good. It's so hard to tell. And
I really liked the one game that came out on Switch. The one that was just basically old Castlevania, the Ritual of the.
Oh
wait, no,
Curse of the Moon. Yeah, or is it Curse of the Moon?
I think it's called
Circle of the Moon, right?
Wait, maybe.
That sounds right. Now I'm gonna go or not go.
Here, I'll look it up.
It is Bloodstained though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bloodstained.
Yeah, Curse of the Moon. Curse of the Moon. Yeah.
I think Circle of the Moon is a Castlevania game.
Yep. That's why you can see why I'm confused.
Yeah.
Is there a trailer for it? I want a trailer. Because yeah, I never played that. I know it's cheap too.
It's very good. It's just
It's like
Castlevania 3.
it's like $10. Yeah, which I never grew up playing. I'm not a big fan of just a straightforward action game. I love I like Simon's Quest and stuff like that, where it's open ended, go where you want, buy stuff, more RPG.
Yeah.
But this one, I know you're switching characters, but it looks really good. It looks fun. But
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's super difficult, and I don't want to.
It's not super difficult.
Do you use the analog stick? I guess because I don't want to use that D-pad. But which I guess maybe I should get on PS4. But it's like I just never really
I have
bothered.
it on Switch, so no, I use the D-pad.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay.
I'm used to that D-pad.
Well,
by
you
now.
probably use the Pro controller though, right?
For this game, I played handheld.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
So I
It's just
played
so
with the split
uncomfortable though.
D-pad.
Yeah, like reaching down to that D-pad. I don't know. But I bet you the analog stick will work. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I need to play this. Like I don't know if there's story or anything I need to know.
I don't think so.
Maybe before Circle or Curse. What's the new one called? Ritual of the Night. What was the date? June. Yeah. So next month. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's so many good games.
Yeah. So I was gonna say maybe I'll play this before that comes out, but no way. I already got Moonlighter to go through, let alone other stuff.
Yeah.
So I got more than enough games to last me. Yeah, it looks good though. I forgot how many moves there were and stuff though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Cool. Yeah, it looks alright. I think it's like $10 or something Canadian, but yeah.
Probably.
Maybe they'll have it a sale like 2 weeks before.
Oh, I'm sure. It's like
something.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Play this game first.
I'll leave that plan. But yeah. Anyways, I guess that about does it for episode 2.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
Yeah. I have a better way to end it this time though.
Oh, really?
Well, last time we were just like, I guess that's it. See you later. But we can easily do. Where can we find you, Cheetar?
Oh man.
You weren't prepared. It's
I
not in
wasn't
the.
prepared.
It's not in the notes. You betrayed me.
You did. You can find me.
It's 2 places mainly.
You can find me in multiple places, but the places that I want you to find me are
not at my house.
Not at my house. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/cheetar02. You can also find me on Twitter at twitter.com/cheetar02. I was smart, and like all of my things are cheetar2, cheetar02. So like
that's awesome. No random underscores.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, if you want to find me in places that you frequent, I'm probably there. Don't find me on Facebook, but otherwise, like everything else is fair game.
Yeah, I'm the same way. No, don't bother with Facebook. I have my art page on Facebook, but it's fine.
Yeah. Where can we find you?
You can find me.
It's not in the notes.
Yeah, no. Zemus101 pretty much everywhere. So Twitter, I'm at Zemus101, as in ZEMUS 101, and same with Twitch, twitch.tv/Zemus101. So, which is where they might be watching this already, but also YouTube at Zemus101. So, actually, you can probably search
SoundCloud, right?
Kind of. I'm gonna probably move away from that though. I'm only allowed to put up 1 episode at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it deletes, or not deletes, but like closes off the previous episode. So
interesting.
You're only allowed a couple hours or something. So probably better for songs. But I'm still looking into, we're still making these episodes. I can put, they're always gonna be on YouTube, so I can always take the MP3 and find a better space. I just have to keep looking.
Cool.
Yep, trying to find a free space, but it's hard. So.
Of course.
But YouTube's always good for that. So they're always going to be here, so I can always strip the MP3s and put them somewhere else later. But yep, for now, those are the places. So
cool.
Anyways, so yeah, thanks for hanging out, and thank you, Cheetar.
Yep, thank you.
And I guess I'll talk to everybody next week.
All right, see ya.